Hello guys, I'm back with a new video. This is called A Different Izuku, A Different Path. The Path of Greatness. The Path of Greatness. Chapter 1. We start with Izuku right now. As we see, Izuku was panting heavily as his right hand was on his heart as he was thinking, what happened? He was panting very heavily to the point he doesn't know what to say. The memories that came down toward him. He held his head in pain. He wanted to scream, but he held himself back. After an hour later, we see Izuku standing up straight as he looked toward the ceiling of his room. As he just took a deep breath and stated, I'm still kinda surprised that the world we live in, that the world I live in, is nothing but a manga in another world. No, in fact, this body was trying to take over my body. This isn't supposed to what happened to me, but somehow I was stronger. I was stronger than this damn soul that tried to take over my body, Izuku thought. Izuku's personality took a drastic change. He doesn't know what happened, but he knows one thing is certain, that when the soul tried to invade his body, Izuku's own spirit fought off that spirit, and let's say took over the spirit as well as took over the memories and personality as well. Izuku felt reborn at this point. Izuku contemplating life to the point of everything, as point blank he was contemplating this. No, Katsuki Bakugo is not my friend. All this year I simply thought him as a friend, but he treated me like a trash. What am I? Am I his bitch? No, I refuse to be his bitch. I refuse to do his fucking bitching. No, I refuse to have that kind of relationship with this damn bastard. I refuse, he screamed in his mind. Then another memory hit his head as he held his head in pain. As the memory he was watching, it was the soul. The soul that was trying to invade his body. The memory of the soul. The soul met a person called Rob. Or in short, he was called Rob, but his full name, it was unknown. It was just a random omnipotent being. That was the simplest name of the Rob. Izuku just looked at this memory. He has a huge grin on his face. He knew what has happened. He knew what kind of cheat this person has. Now this cheat is his to use. The cheat that Izuku received was something very, very special, something related to this bastard that tried to invade his body. The bastard wanted nothing more to, let's say, fuck every beautiful woman on his verse, even his own mother. He felt disgusted, very disgusted, but good thing is that damn fucking cursed parasite never exists anymore. He's happy. No, he's more than just happy at this point. My boy decided to use the cheat then there right now. He locked his room. He went toward the computer. As he started to search up the files, the important ones specifically. The important ones. My boy felt like a king at this point. We see after 50 minutes later, nearly an hour later, he has the same expression as this in the picture. My body, I fucking knew it. I become strong. I become stronger every time I jack off. Izuku knew his stats already. He can see the status screen. His older attributes, strength, agility, stamina, vitality, and everything included, is already above 50. Is 70 right now. Everything is on 70. He looked more as he felt his stamina increase once more. He decided to jerk off another hour. His strength has already beyond 300 at this point. He received a new status right now, mana. His mana was right now at fucking 3000. He doesn't know how to use mana just yet, but he feels very strong. He decided it's time to test out my new strength right now. He went outside of his house. He felt changes around his body. These changes weren't really. This kind of change was beyond the change that he knew. He has already gone beyond 6 feet at this point. His body has become very muscular. He looked at his own ab in the mirror as he was admiring his own body. Izuku feels like a king at this point. No, not just any regular king. He feels like he can right now beat down All Might himself. He doesn't know where All Might's status stands in, but he's pretty sure All Might isn't as strong as he right now. His all status is above 300 already. So he's already pretty confident enough that he can, let's say, fuck any person up. Bakugo Katsuki, who the fuck is that? He can fuck that bastard up in any time he fucking wants. He was already cussing everything as he decided. As he went outside, he never looked toward his mother, as his mother also came down to the door as tried to see Izuku up, but Izuku left without saying anything. This made Inko a bit skeptical about Izuku right now. She felt that Izuku is starting to change a bit slowly. Yes, Izuku was screaming. She was laughing crazy at his room. She all heard it, but she doesn't know. She was thinking it's maybe one of those teenager things called puberty. Izuku, yes, he had a late puberty and all, but Inko believes Izuku is still her baby, nonetheless. So she is letting this slide for now. She wanted to see Izuku's personality at this point. We see Izuku going toward the Dagobah beach. As he appeared there were trash everywhere. Izuku looked toward the trash in front of him as he decided, let's see how fast I can do it. In under a minute, no. Under fucking 15 minutes, everything was clean. This place looked like there were no trashes anymore. Izuku saw another increase in his stats. He does not know what kind of fucked up power this was, but he's pretty sure he can go even way more powerful than All Might. No, All Might. Who the fuck is All Might? He can even crush All Might. I mean, All for One as well. You're gonna take my quirk? This is not a fucking quirk. It's a fucking power. And you motherfucking vampire, as fucking zombie, a fucking immortal. I don't care who you are. I'll make sure you die. He thought with a sadistic grin on his face. Now Izuku wanted to test out his punch as he decided to throw a simple punch. As he threw a simple punch toward the sea, as we see the sea split open. Yup, shockwave released from his palm. Izuku felt so satisfaction to the point he stated, "Who the fuck needs one for all? I have already something better than one for all. I'm the best ever fucking candidate for it." Izuku was getting a bit greedy on his end. But what could he say? Who is not greedy? Everyone is greedy for something. Izuku is greedy for power. Izuku knows it's bad. It's bad to be greedy about power, but what could he do? He was powerless for many of his life. He was powerless for the rest of his life. Right now he feels awesome, and he liked to have this kind of feeling. Izuku will make sure to change the hero system. No. He'll make sure to treat all the quirkless people equally. No. Quirk or no quirk. He will make sure people treat each other equally. He will create a utopia. Izuku had a grand ambition in his mind. He will make sure this ambition get fulfilled. He does not care whoever stands in his path. Is it the hero assassination? I don't care. Is it All Might? Fuck that fucking bastard. Is it Endeavor? Fuck that shit. Fucking Bakugo. I'll make sure you never be a fucking hero. Izuku's thought turned more darker and darker. Izuku has already started to adapt to the new soul's personality. We see him returning home as Inko embraces Izuku and said, Izuku, you look different, as Inko was shuddering just a bit. As Inko literally looked toward the silhouette of Izuku as it reminded of Hisashi in his younger days. Izuku just looked toward his mother's direction as he gave a warm smile and said, Mom, don't worry, I have unlocked my quirk. See? As he lifted the sofa up in the living room. Inko looked shell-shocked as she does not know how to respond anymore. After a minute later, her brain came to her senses as she literally leaped toward Izuku and said, My baby has his quirk! My baby has his quirk! She screamed. This scream made Izuku muse inside. He was happy to have this mother. She was the mother of the All-Mother. He remembered the soul that tried to invade him. His memory, the soul never had a mother. He was motherless in the world, so he already faced many hardships in the life. It wasn't just one hardship that he faced in his life. It was many things he faced. This Izuku feels. Izuku feels awesome. Izuku, my boy. We see a little time skip happen. The day of the entrance exam. A time skip happened. Izuku was in the chamber of the quirk doctor. It wasn't the same one from before. Izuku remembered in his memory the doctor that checked his quirk. If you remember correctly from the imposter memory, the memory was this doctor worked for All for One, but it was a different doctor this time. The different doctor, this was a female doctor. She checked Izuku's quirk as she still found nothing. But Izuku showed his strength, his durability. Everything around itself looked phenomenal. His durability was so awesome to the point. The needle it does not even get inside his skin. His skin was already hard as fuck, if you get my gist. Let's say Izuku also received a new skill from the system. No, it wasn't a system, it's merely like a system interface. He can see his stats, how much stronger he gets. Now let's say the nurse needed his, semen sample, and yeah, she gave Izuku a test tube. She gave Izuku a little cup and said, fill the cup up, or just get your semen sample here for a reason. Izuku does not care why, but he decided to do his thing. He did. And let's say, as the female doctor took the urine sample, she was checking something as it was nearly an hour. It was nearly an hour. The female doctor looked livid. No, she was starstruck. No, her eyes looked, she found gold. This could be the breakthrough in the medical science and all. She looked at the sample one more time. This semen sample, no. This, this, this kind of thing is impossible. No, it's impossible to have this kind of effect on a urine sample. No, sorry, I mean a semen sample. No, 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 it's not possible. The doctor was getting all crazy. She does not know how to respond to everything. She was already at her limit. She made her more tests, and let's say they were all miracles. This semen sample, let's say whoever swallows a simple amount of it will get cork enhance. Their cork enhance and also physical attribute will also enhance as well. Her throat became dry. She wanted to see what would happen as people did. Let's say she hid this fact from her colleague as she took the whole sample in one gulp. As she gulped that semen down in her throat. At first, she did not feel any kind of changes within her, but her whole body started to, let's say, her whole vein in her body started to grow more and more. She felt pain, intense amount of pain in her office, but good thing that her office was soundproof. As she was screaming in agony, as after a minute, her whole body adapted to the pain as she felt stronger. No, her whole figure changed itself. She did not look like that old hag anymore. No, she looked younger, more beautifuler. Not like her younger days. She was way more hotter than her younger days as well. She looked toward the patient direction and said, "I will not let you go anymore, my precious Izuku-kun." She does not know how or this kind of personality get inside of her, but the semen sample also had a bit side effect that made anyone who consume it will have a obsession toward Izuku. This kind of obsession wasn't healthy at all. It was an unhealthy type of obsession. She looked toward Izuku's file as she just stated, "Don't worry, Izuku-kun. I will be your wife and no one else. I'll make sure of it." She decided to hide the fact about Izuku's semen. So she made a few, let's say, false medical report, like she needs to observe. She made few fake medical reports about that, how she needs to visit Izuku every day due to how rare his cork is. As she hid the fact about the semen, yes, heard the fact about the semen becoming lot more and more, how to put it, her semen becoming a bit, special. Oh, wait, I gotta see something. Izuku's mother, let's say, decided to not to involve in this matter because it's about her baby, so she ain't ready to take any risk because she ain't ready to take any kind of risk. Now we see Izuku also agreed to this because he wanted to know about the body function, because the system does not tell him what his body functions are, but he wanted to know what kind of function there is. Unknown to him, there was a big side effect like there could be many things including a woman getting obsessed with his semen. He did not know that. Now we see Izuku decide to not quit school because it's already last 20 days already. So he decided to not to go to school anymore. His record was already good, and let's say he has already applied for UA. They haven't really, beat them up. He wasn't getting beaten up on the daily basis. He didn't want it to attract attention as well, because attention is very bad for his own health. As he decided to go join a gym, because gym is a foundation for many things. as he decided to join as a gym called the Green Rose. Now, the gym name was fucking interesting. Izuku did not see any kind of, they did not feel anything wrong with the gym name. The gym was awesome. There were many people there. The problem was, the problem was that there were too many females in this damn gym. Yep, there were too many female compared to men. The gym was, how to say it? It's good. It isn't bad. It's good, but he sometimes would receive some kind of stares. It's still uncomfortable receiving one. It looked good. It looked good in the anime, but let's say at first it felt good being watched on by people. But after a few while, he started to feel more insecure about few things. Insecurity like the insecurities are like he really cannot describe what kind of feeling it is. It's like he's being eaten by their stares. So he decided to ignore that fact. Whenever he would enter the gym, he would use headphone to, let's say, distract himself. That's the good thing in the matter right now. The main matter is he should be distracted. He should not get distracted by them. In this gym, there was a woman that would always look toward Izuku. No, it wasn't due to that. It wasn't because he was. It's mainly due to one time. Let's say she got a little smell of something. Yep, it's because he got a smell of something very interesting. She, let's say, inhaled Izuku's scent. After that, she started to get addicted to this kind of scent, as let's say that's why she would always, clinch toward Izuku's direction. Now, Izuku looked toward his right direction, and Izuku looked toward his right. There was a treadmill next to his treadmill. There was a girl. She had a very beautiful face. Izuku wouldn't lie. Izuku know her name. She was Momo Yairozu, one of his future classmates. If you remember correctly, she was one of the top list beauty. Yep, compared to the soul that tried to invade Izuku's mind, she was one of the top listed beauty. She wasn't at the top. She was, let's say, third. No. She was at seventh or eighth. There were many. Let's say, the soul that to try to take over Izuku's body. His taste was a bit unique. She was sixth, in compared to the beauty he wanted to. Let's say, he wanted to have in his harem. Izuku looked toward Momo's direction, as let's say he was seeing things like how Momo was literally taking all his scent in. She was literally inhaling those things hungrily, like her life depends on the matter. Izuku did not find that creepy because he has, let's say, he has noticed the changes. He has noted the changes, like how the nurse would sometimes rub herself on Izuku, how she would insist of getting the semen test more than once. He is already noticing the changes in the doctor. The doctor looked more and more beautiful each day. Whenever she would take that semen test from Izuku. Izuku has two speculations. First, Izuku's semen has properties like healing or either enhancing a beauty, or second, enhancing one's quirk, one's quirk like the agility and everything that he has. And the second thing, he has unlocked many skills, and the system would not display those skills whenever he would wanted. The system wouldn't really display those kind of skills like what to do or what not to do. The skills are pretty awesome if you know. First skill is pretty much he can already assume is one of his scent. It's so alluring to men that his scent is pretty much alluring toward women. He has sometimes noticed his own mother whenever he would work out at home. She would sometimes would look at him with red face, and she, let's say, would not look at his face for a whole day. After a few while, Izuku's mother has, let's say, adapted to Izuku's scent, and let's say she does not get flustered anymore. She would, let's say, be a bit touchy, more touchy than usual. He was thinking about doing something, he was thinking about giving a bit of his semen in his mother's food. He knew it is fucking disgusting, but what could he do? He knew his semen has very various healing properties. As the nurse, let's say, a few days ago, he apparently threatened the nurse that he would stop taking the all the medical tests. She became very desperate, and she literally started to beg him. As the nurse told all what she found about his semen. Izuku was thinking about how to mix his semen in his mother's breakfast, so one of these days the golden opportunity came. A month before the final exam of a month before the UA entrance exam, he made dinner for him and his mother. He made sure to mix up things. Mix his semen in his mother's salad. Yes, she was dieting in these days, so Izuku made sure she makes some. He mix the he mixes semen in the salad. He decided to he as his mother did question what is the white creamy thing. He just stated that this is white. This is a new kind of sauce. If you know what I mean. Oh, okay. Let's say Inko took the bite. At first, she did not feel anything because it was very low dosage. Because the nurse did warn him about the matters like how dangerous is a very big gulp of his semen. He decided to pour little by little in his mother's salad. He will increase the doses every day, trying to see what kind of change would happen in his mother. He did notice that Inko, let's say, all her stress was relieved for an instant. She started to become thinner, just a little bit, but only Izuku could see this kind of changes. From that day onward, the whole month, Izuku made sure Inko has that damn salad. And he would increase the doses of his semen in the salad. And he can also change the taste of his semen. Like getting a taste of vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. He can go on to have many various tastes if he wants. This is a new skill, Praise the tea. This was the literally skill name he has. After doing those for a whole month, Izuku could clearly see that Inko becoming a lot more slimmer. No, not just any kind of slim. She was very beautiful, breathtakingly beautiful. So guys, this is it for today. I'll meet you tomorrow.